So looking at this wood, I'm always thinking of ways of preserving whatever I've got. And this, I look closer, and this is tongue and groove stuff. This is the original floor. If you saw my video when I tore this up, there was literally, I think, 5 layers over the years. There's a little bit left here, but just, oh my gosh, over the last century, just layer after layer. But this, I finally reached this layer. There's a ton of nails in here, hundreds of them. But it is tongue and groove, so I really want to try the best I can to preserve this stuff and to use it later for something like a accent wall or something. Now I'm just going to give you a peek at what I'm looking at as I pull it up. So I'm getting these floor joists that aren't even holding on to anything, not even resting on these two of them here that are, that one is barely on. But thank goodness this was easy to get up, and these boards, when I look at them, they're definitely salvageable, so I'm going to use them for something later in the house, for a wall or something. Alright, so you know how you always joke you're going to find some dead body or something? Well, not really a dead body, but that was kind of a shocker. Kind of a shocker to see that. It kind of looks like a toy gun, but I'm going to look at it closer. If it's a real one, I'm going to have to probably call the police or something. Because I don't know. This house does have a history, just based off a couple things. I knew that my neighbor told me that the guy that lived here before was a meth guy, and I think they've called the cops on him a couple times. And you know, the front door has a, you know, my looks like it has some history of being kicked in. I don't know if that's from a drug bust or whatever, but my other neighbor said there's different stories and stuff. And when I was taking out that tub, I did find it was an unused syringe. It's I think typically used by meth people, and my town is known for that in certain areas, so a lot of depressed people around here, so it's very interesting. So we'll see what else we can discover here. Okay, I was hesitant in looking at it, touching it, because I didn't want to disturb evidence of something, but that is plastic. Don't worry, you can see the broken. Kind of freaked me out though. It kind of looked fake from what I saw, but didn't want to take any chances. Anyway, that's the first little interesting find there. A little more progress here. I haven't found any other surprises, thank goodness. So I just wanted to mention something, because if you've never done something like this before, like me, might get intimidated, but on an old house like this, essentially you just have to kind of pull it apart and then do some deductive reasoning of what works and what doesn't. And this obviously, this is a wall. This is not a weight bearing wall, obviously, because it bears a little bit of weight, but it's not even on the support, which is on this, and this is sistered on to that. And then as I go down this floor joist, this is split, and then we have some more sistering going on, double sistering, and then we have this floor joist here that's already split, and they tried to sister it onto this. Looks like a 2x6. Sistered another thing on there, and then so on and so forth. And those are 2x4s up there, and just held on by loose bricks and a board. So this is the perfect house to learn from, because I could just look at it, you know, and think, okay, that's not going to work, and I could just do better just by reasoning with it. And then from there you could just go online and see what the professionals do, because they're always talking about it and revealing all their knowledge, which is amazing. It's the only thing that gives me super confidence that I could do this. But you know, these bricks are just kind of stacked up there. I mean, this is a post, whatever you call that, a support post, from like a 1x2x12 piece of board, and then some bricks holding it in place. And these are just bricks standing. Oh my goodness! It's like I know I could do way better than that. I don't even have to know anything. Let's take a look at how they secured that. It's basically 2 nails coming in. It's already coming off. And this side's not even attached. So for sure I could do better than that. You know, I just have to point some of this stuff out. It's just funny. So look at that guy. I mean, someone thought that would be a good support with nothing under it. Literally on the dirt. That's it. This one didn't even have any nails in it. It was just kind of wedged in under this one. Okay, I'm going to describe to you the moments that I get into sometimes. It's I've looked at it long enough, I still don't know completely what to do, but I just have to dive in and do something, and that's when I'll know what the next step is. So I'm actually doing that right now. Been staring at this for, well, years, days and years and whatever, but I think I just need to find out more information to know what to do. And the only thing I could think of is just kind of clean up this place. It gets overwhelming. You have to just take that breath of just, all right, do what I know and do my best. It is inspiring to just kind of clean up the debris. I just wanted to give you a closer look at this foundation, because I'm learning right along with you. These bricks are just unbelievable. I'm barely putting any pressure on this rake and it'll just come right off. So I think I'm going to get a better idea what I can do as I pull this away. Alright, I have another piece of information that I was looking for, and that was how they did, or how far it went down, and then if they ever did one of the, like a footer like we do today. And I think what I'm learning here, I think I found the last row of bricks, and there's just this really hard, dense clay right here. It's kind of hard to dig through that. So I don't know if they did that on purpose, like put clay down so it's super dense to lay the brick on top of, or what. Or they dug down far enough until they hit clay and then they built on top of that. So I'm just kind of assessing it. I'm trying not to disturb the impact earth under the foundation as much as possible. Like I said before, I want to try to preserve that packed soil so I could just do a footer on top of that, so it doesn't have much flexibility after that, or expanding and contracting in the winter. Plus, this has to be, to avoid that, it has to be below the frost line, and I think the frost line here is 4 foot 2 inches or something in Iowa. So that's what I learned from building my tiny house in the back. So it has to be at least, I think, 4 foot 2 inches down, and then so the footer needs to be below that. I was also looking at what they did over here. It kind of looks like they did that, which is fantastic. I'm glad they did something like that. So there's another layer of cinder block that goes below what we can see. So I think I'm gonna have to dig down at least as far as this is, and then I've been learning how to tie it in with the existing wall. Gonna have to get some tools. So kind of just talking and brainstorming at the same time, but just a little piece at a time, learning what to do. My next bit of information is I need to figure out how many layers go back, and if the dirt is going to be falling in on me or what. I don't know, got the work cut out for me.